Okay, so I've got Revit open, and I'm just going to show you how to import one of these images. I'll start with the Mondrian one into Revit, and then start drawing your designs for your assignment using Revit as your starting point. So on the splash screen in Revit, you can always click either new, or you can just go straight to architectural template. If you have the file open, you can always go to the menu and then choose new project, and then make sure you choose from the drop down list there architectural template, and then click OK. So I've got my new file, and before I draw anything in this ground floor plan, I'm going to do something to probably get used to this before long. I do it for most of my floor plans. I'm going to duplicate it. So make sure when you right click on the ground floor, and then go to duplicate view, and just choose the first option there, duplicate. So I've got a new view called ground floor copy 1. I'm going to right click on it and go to rename, and I'll call that ground floor with image. Click OK. And now I'm going to go to the Insert tab and click the Image button to bring the image into this view. So I'll then browse to the P drive, Interior Design, Design Visualizations, Reference Images, and choose our Mondrian image. So I'll double click on that to import it, and then I'm just going to click roughly in the middle of my elevation views to place that. So it's come in, and then I'm going to go back to the ground floor plan just to show you that it's not visible there. So the reason we have this set up is so we can have one ground floor with the image and another ground floor without the image. They're both viewing the same space, it's just one of them has the image turned off. So, yep, just anywhere. Yep. That's all. Exactly. That's right. Exactly. Yeah. So it's almost like layers, except you don't have to turn them on and off all the time. So now, though, before I draw anything, I want to make this image the size I need it to be. So I'm going to go back to the Architecture tab, and then find the Reference Plane tool, which is right at the end on the right-hand side. Next to Set, you'll see there's a button that's probably labelled as Reference Plane, but if you have the small icons like me, it's going to be the middle button of those three at the end. I'm just going to draw a vertical plane slightly inside the left-hand edge of that image. And then I'll draw another plane over to the right that's 20 metres. Now, if the dimension doesn't come up, you can always just draw it in roughly, make sure it's parallel to the first one, and then you can click on the measurement that comes up between those planes and type in 20,000. And then you should be able to simply select that image, and then using the grips, stretch it so that it lines up. Now it won't snap, so you just need to line it up by eye with those reference planes, and by eye is good enough for an image like this, which is pixelated anyway. Oh, that's the size we're going to make the space. So we don't have that image has come in a pretty arbitrary size. We don't really know how big it was to begin with, but we want a size that we have then established as the area for that space. Oh yeah, I'm recording this, so you see all of it. But yeah, I'll go over it any after a minute. So I've got the reference planes there, which are really establishing that exact dimension. And so I can then draw some more going across the other way. So I'm going to draw, in this case you can see you can actually you can get it to snap to the edge of the image. You don't have to do this because the border of the painting is pretty rough anyway, and that's a good thing. And I'll draw another one down here, parallel obviously to the one above. And then again, I can click on that number and we're going to make it 23,000. So just trying to make these dimensions round numbers because they're easier to work with if possible. And so then just to finish that off, I'm going to draw some walls in just for the border. So with the wall tool, I'll click on the top of the button there, so I don't have to choose any options here, just up the top there. I'm going to change the height from unconnected to level 1, and then the location line to finished base interior, and then I'll snap to the intersections of the reference plane. So here you can see it's trying to snap to the image, so this is a good instance where I can go to the ground floor view that doesn't have the image, my original ground floor. Click on the wall tool again, it'll have all those settings retained, and now I can click on the intersection without worrying about that image getting in the way. So the simple frame or border of walls around that image, and just to show you, we can see those walls just as well in the view with the image, and if I go to the 3D view, we can see them there as well. So I'll finish that video and I'll show you floors afterwards.